Tired of feeling like your home is shrinking? Like every drawer is stuffed, every shelf is overflowing, and there's just no room to breathe? You're not alone, and the good news is, it doesn't have to stay that way. In this video, I'll show you 5 brilliant storage solutions that gave me back space I didn't even know I had, and a surprising sense of calm. These are simple, senior-friendly ideas that don't require any heavy lifting, drilling, or expensive gadgets. Just smart tweaks that make a big difference. Whether you live in a cozy apartment, a downsized home, or just want to make life easier, these tips are made for you. Stick around, because by the end, your home might just feel twice as big and a whole lot more peaceful. Small homes can feel warm and cozy until clutter starts to take over. Suddenly, every drawer is crammed, every surface is full, and even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Maybe your hallway closet won't shut without a push, or your kitchen counter is buried under mail, gadgets, and stuff. Sound familiar? As we get older, the daily strain of bending, lifting, and constantly searching for things can become more than just annoying, it's exhausting. You're not alone in feeling this way. The truth is, we all deserve a home that brings ease, not stress. A space that supports us, rather than slows us down. In this video, we'll focus on simple, practical storage solutions that work with your lifestyle, not against it, because comfort, safety, and peace of mind should never take a back seat. In this video, I'll share 5 brilliant storage solutions designed for small spaces and especially helpful for seniors who value ease, function, and peace of mind. These aren't complicated fixes or expensive upgrades. Each tip is simple, practical, and takes less than 10 minutes to set up. Whether it's your kitchen, closet, or hallway, you'll discover smart ways to create space without the stress. By the end, your home will feel more open, more organized, and a whole lot more peaceful, because the right storage isn't just about tidiness. It's about making life feel a little lighter every day. Number 1. The over-the-door organizer. Let's start with the hidden storage solution that turned my bathroom chaos into calm. I used to think I needed more shelves, more drawers, maybe even a full renovation. But it turns out, all I needed was to rethink one door. For weeks, I felt frustrated every time I walked into the bathroom. Lotions, extra toilet paper, first aid supplies, they were everywhere. The cabinets were overflowing, and it was nearly impossible to find what I needed without bending, reaching, or knocking things over. I kept telling myself I'd organize it soon, but the idea of dragging everything out and figuring out where to put it just felt overwhelming. Then, a friend mentioned something simple, an over-the-door organizer. I'd heard of them, of course, but I never thought they were really for me. Aren't those things for college dorms or kids' rooms? But one day, I finally gave it a try. And honestly, I wish I'd done it years ago. Here's why this solution works so well, especially if you're living in a small home, apartment, or simply trying to make your space more functional as you age. No tools, no drilling. You simply hang it over the top of a door. No screws, no heavy lifting, and no damage to your door. This is perfect if you're not comfortable with power tools or don't want to make permanent changes. Instant vertical storage. Most of us forget that the back of the door is a valuable storage spot. Whether it's your bathroom door, pantry door, or linen closet, this space is rarely used, and that's a missed opportunity. Multi-purpose use. I started with the bathroom and now have one in the laundry area, one on the hall closet, and another in the guest room. You can use it for toiletries and bath items, shampoo, lotion, razors, etc. Extra cleaning supplies, sprays, gloves, sponges, shoes and slippers, craft or hobby supplies, small tools and flashlights, medications, or first aid items. Just make sure they're in a safe place if you have kids or grandkids visiting. Clear pockets for easy access. Many over-the-door organizers come with see-through pockets, which makes it incredibly easy to grab what you need. No bending, no digging. Just glance and go. Some even have labels or dividers if you want to get really organized. Why it's great for seniors. As we age, it becomes more important to limit how often we bend down or reach into deep cupboards. The over-the-door organizer brings everything to eye level, making it safer and easier to manage daily essentials. You'll be amazed how much stress it removes just to have items neatly in one place, visible and accessible. Plus, It can reduce the number of times you walk back and forth trying to find something. That may not seem like a big deal, but if you live with joint pain, arthritis, or balance issues, saving those extra steps matters. Once I set mine up, the change was instant. The clutter disappeared. I could finally breathe in my own bathroom again. I wasn't tripping over things or wasting time searching. It made my mornings smoother and gave me a small, but meaningful sense of control, something that often feels hard to come by in a busy, cluttered home. And here's the truth. The calm that comes from an organized space isn't just about aesthetics. It's about how you feel in your own home, and you deserve to feel at ease. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by clutter or short on space, start here. Open the door, literally. That's simple over the door. Organizer might be the small change that creates a big difference in your everyday life. Stay tuned, because the next tip takes us into the kitchen, where one slim solution saved me an entire shelf. Number 2. Rolling storage carts. This little cart gave me a whole new kitchen shelf without lifting a finger. No screws, no hammer, no furniture rearranging. Just wheels, a bit of space, and a whole lot of relief. I used to keep a basket on the kitchen floor for overflow items, things like snacks, cans, tea boxes, or the occasional grocery item that didn't fit in the cabinet. And every time I needed something, I had to bend down, shuffle things around, or just give up and leave it out on the counter. It felt messy, but more than that, it felt like my kitchen was closing in on me. I couldn't add another shelf without drilling into the wall, and bending to reach lower cabinets was starting to feel like a chore. Then, I discovered something small and brilliant, a slim, rolling storage cart. And just like that, a few unused inches between the fridge and the wall turned into a tidy, organized shelf on wheels. Rolling storage carts are one of the most versatile and senior-friendly solutions you can add to your home. Here's why they work so well. Slim but spacious, these carts are designed to fit into narrow gaps that most people overlook, like between your washer and dryer, beside your fridge, or even next to a recliner or bedside table. Despite their small footprint, they hold a surprising amount. Think of them as a pop-up pantry or utility shelf. Easy to move. The wheels mean you can glide it out and back in without lifting anything. That's a huge win if you deal with arthritis, limited strength, or simply want to reduce physical strain. Some models even lock in place so they stay secure when not in use. Customizable tiers. Many carts come with 2 or 3 tiers, giving you the flexibility to store different types of items. Tall bottles on the bottom, smaller snacks or supplies on top. Choose plastic for a lightweight option or metal mesh for durability. Assembly is minimal. Most carts snap together without the need for tools. And if you don't feel like doing it yourself, it's a perfect quick task for a grandkid or neighbor to help with. Ideas for where to use it. In the kitchen, store canned goods, spices, oils, or snacks. Use as a portable tea and coffee station. Keep mugs, tea bags, sugar, and a kettle all in one spot. Keep frequently used items within reach without cluttering your countertop. In the bathroom, great for towels, toilet paper, and toiletries, especially in small bathrooms where cabinet space is limited. Roll it out when you need it, and tuck it back into a corner afterward. As a medication station, if you take multiple medications or supplements, use a rolling cart to organize everything in one place. Include a water bottle, pill organizer, reminder chart, and even reading glasses. Move it room to room, depending on where you spend your time. Next to your chair or bed. Use it for books, remotes, snacks, and phone chargers. No more reaching over or getting up just to find something you use every day. One of the hardest parts of aging in place is staying organized in a way that works with your body, not against it. That means fewer steps, less bending, and easier access to daily essentials. Rolling storage carts check every box. They move with you, they reduce physical effort, and they eliminate the need to constantly rearrange cabinets or dig through drawers. Plus, because they're portable, you can use them for multiple purposes throughout the day. Morning tea cart, afternoon craft supplies, evening medication. Just roll it to wherever you are. That's not just convenient, it's empowering. Once I added mine to the kitchen, I immediately felt a difference. I stopped avoiding cooking just because it felt like a hassle. I knew exactly where everything was. It gave me more energy and less frustration. And that little cart reminded me, you don't always need More space, just smarter ways to use it. If you've got even 6 inches of unused space in your home, there's potential for calm, comfort, and control. A rolling storage cart may seem like a small fix, but in daily life, it can feel like a big win. It's about bringing the things you need to you, rather than making your body chase after them. And next up, let's head to a place most of us forget even exists, under the bed. Because hidden down there is one of the best storage opportunities you probably haven't tapped into yet. Number 3. Underbed storage bins. You won't believe what's hiding under your bed. It's prime real estate. For years, mine was nothing but a dust collector, until I realized it could become one of the most useful and low-effort storage spots in my entire home. I used to joke that under the bed was where lost socks and dust bunnies went to retire. It never even occurred to me that it could serve a real purpose. That space was just there, ignored and unused. Meanwhile, my closet was overflowing. My linen shelf was stuffed, and I kept thinking, I wish I had just one more drawer. Then one day, while trying to shove winter sweaters into an already full drawer, it hit me. I'm standing over 3 feet of empty space. Why wasn't I using it? So I found some flat, wheeled storage bins with handles, slid them under the bed, and just like that, I created the extra storage I'd been wishing for, all without adding a single piece of furniture. Underbed storage bins are an absolute game changer for small spaces, and they're especially great for seniors who want their home to work smarter, not harder. Here's how to get started and why it's worth it. Choose the right bins. Look for low-profile bins that are wide and flat. These are designed to slide under most standard beds, even ones that don't have a high clearance. Many come with wheels or fabric handles, which makes pulling them out a breeze. If your bed is too low, consider bed risers, which give a few extra inches of clearance without compromising stability. What to store? This is the perfect space for out-of-season clothes. Swap out winter coats or heavy sweaters in summer, and vice versa. Gift wrapping supplies. Keep wrapping paper, ribbon, gift bags, and tape all in one long, flat bin. Shoes, especially those you don't wear every day, holiday shoes, rain boots, sandals, etc. Extra linens, store sheets, pillowcases, or spare blankets neatly folded and out of sight. Sentimental items. If you're not ready to part with keepsakes or photo albums, but don't want them cluttering up your closet, this is the spot. Label and organize. Use simple sticky labels or even index cards taped to the outside of each bin, so you know what's inside without opening them. You can even color code: blue for winter, green for holiday, red for emergency supplies. If bending is difficult, keep a grabber tool or slide system nearby. Some seniors use a long wooden spoon or a handled hook to pull bins out without getting on the floor. Underbed storage eliminates the need for high shelves or deep cabinets, two of the most inconvenient and sometimes dangerous places to reach as we age. Instead of lifting heavy bins or climbing to grab something off a closet shelf, you can simply slide a lightweight container out from under the bed and have everything right at your fingertips. It's also incredibly helpful for seasonal swaps. No more stuffing thick coats into drawers or keeping rarely used items in prime storage spots. Move them under the bed, and suddenly, your main spaces feel lighter, more open, and easier to use. And here's the best part. You're not adding clutter. You're reclaiming space that was already there. The first time I opened my now neat closet and didn't feel overwhelmed, it almost made me laugh out loud. It felt like a breath of fresh air. I wasn't tripping over boots I wouldn't wear for months or searching for space to hang a jacket. And when the holidays rolled around, all my gift wrap was right there, organized, clean, and ready to go. It gave me back control, not in a huge, dramatic way, but in a quiet, daily way that mattered. Because sometimes, peace of mind comes from the simplest upgrades. So if you've got things taking up space in your closet, hallway, or guest room, look under your bed. That space isn't just for dust anymore. It's waiting to become your easiest, most accessible new drawer. Flat, flexible, and out of sight, underbed storage can free up space in your life without taking up any more of your home. And next, we're moving into one of the sneakiest upgrades of all, something small, circular, and surprisingly powerful for anyone tired of reaching and rummaging. Let's talk about the Lazy Susan. Number 4. Lazy Susan Turntables. This $10 find made my spices and meds so much easier to grab. No more knocking things over. No more stretching into dark corners. Just a simple spin, and exactly what I need is right there. For the longest time, reaching into my kitchen cabinet felt like a mini obstacle course. I'd stretch in, knock over a bottle or two, and still not find the cinnamon. And don't even get me started on the bathroom shelf. Trying to reach a tiny pill bottle in the back always meant pushing through rows of others first. It was frustrating. It felt like my own home was working against me. Then I bought a Lazy Susan turntable on a whim. Honestly, I thought it was just a gadget for people with huge kitchens. But I was wrong. That one small spinning tray completely changed how I use my space and saved me time, effort, and daily irritation. Lazy Susans are one of the simplest upgrades you can add to your home, and they're especially useful if you want to reduce reaching, straining, or accidental messes. Here's how to get the most out of this small but mighty tool. Where to use a Lazy Susan. Kitchen cabinets. Store spices, condiments, oils, and baking ingredients. Instead of digging through a cluttered shelf, just spin and grab. You can even separate sweet spices from savory, or keep often used items like salt, pepper, and olive oil together on one easy access tray. Bathroom shelves. Ideal for medications, vitamins, toothpaste, creams, or first aid items. Instead of bending and moving bottles to find what you need, everything comes to you with a quick turn. Bedroom or bedside table. Use it to organize nighttime medications, tissues, reading glasses, and lotion, especially helpful if you deal with arthritis or limited mobility in the mornings or evenings. Pantry or refrigerator. Don't let small jars or snacks get lost in the back. A Lazy Susan keeps sauces, jams, and snack containers easy to find without rearranging the entire shelf. Which one to get? Single-tier turntables are perfect for tight spaces or cabinets with low height. Double-tier turntables add vertical space and are ideal for storing smaller items like spices or pill bottles in one compact area. Look for models with a non-slip surface so items don't slide when you spin. Some even have dividers or a raised edge, which is especially helpful for keeping things from toppling over. Why it's great for seniors. One of the most common frustrations as we age is not being able to reach or see items tucked deep inside cabinets. That small stretch, up and over your head or down, below your waist, can throw off balance, strain joints, and sometimes lead to falls or accidents. A Lazy Susan brings the farthest items to the front with a simple spin of the wrist. No lifting, no rearranging, no strain. It's a safer, smarter way to organize and access the things you use every day without having to dig or bend. Plus, it helps reduce clutter. When things are more visible and easier to reach, you're less likely to forget what you have or accidentally buy duplicates. Goodbye. 5 bottles of oregano. Once I added a Lazy Susan to my kitchen cabinet, I stopped avoiding it altogether. What used to be a frustrating mess became a smooth routine. Everything had its place, and everything was easy to reach. It made cooking feel enjoyable again, not like a chore. Even more surprising was how helpful it became on my bathroom shelf. Mornings became simpler. I didn't knock over bottles or fumble for the right supplement. Just a quick spin, and done. That small change helped me feel more in control of my space, and more capable, too. It's not about the tray itself. It's about removing one more frustration from the day and replacing it with ease. If you've ever felt frustrated reaching into a cabinet, or if your shelves feel like black holes for small items, try a Lazy Susan. It's a simple, affordable fix with a big impact. Because when your home is set up to make life easier, you feel the difference in every little moment. And next, we're finishing strong with one of my favorite space-saving secrets. It hides in plain sight, takes just a minute to use, and makes even the tightest closets feel roomy. Let's talk about hanging organizers. Number 5. Wall-mounted magnetic strips or hooks. I stopped losing scissors and keys and cleared an entire drawer thanks to this one small change. It wasn't a new shelf or cabinet. It was just a simple strip on the wall that gave everything a home. For years, my junk drawer was a disaster zone. You know the one: rubber bands, batteries, tape, scissors, keys you forgot what they open, pins that may or may not work. Every time I opened it, I'd feel overwhelmed. I couldn't find anything without digging, and even when I cleaned it, it would fill right back up in no time. Then I saw an idea online: a magnetic strip mounted to the wall. It It looked too simple to work, but I tried it. I stuck one on the inside of my hallway cabinet door and used it to hold my scissors, small screwdrivers, and spare keys. Suddenly, the drawer wasn't necessary anymore. That clutter? Gone. And I haven't lost my scissors once since. That little strip didn't just organize my tools. It gave me back a sense of control. Magnetic strips and wall hooks are quiet heroes in small space living, especially for seniors. They give you visible, accessible storage in places you wouldn't normally think to use, like vertical walls, the back of doors, and even inside cabinets. Here's how to make the most of them. What you can use them for. Kitchen tools. Mount a magnetic strip near your stove or prep area to hold metal utensils. Scissors, peelers, or measuring spoons. No more digging through drawers or reaching into crowded containers. Keys and small tools. Near the door, keep all your keys visible and in one place. Add small tools like a mini flashlight, nail clippers, or a tape measure you use often. It saves time and prevents misplacing things. Crafting or hobbies. If you knit, sew, or do any sort of crafting, mount a strip or hooks near your workspace to hold scissors, rulers, or even bobbins and small spools. Everything stays in reach and off the table. Bathroom essentials. Stick a magnetic strip inside your bathroom cabinet door for tweezers, nail files, or hair clips. Hooks can hold loofahs or washcloths without cluttering the sink area. Remote controls and glasses. Yes, really. Add a small adhesive hook next to your favorite chair and always know where the remote or your reading glasses are. No more searching under couch cushions. Easy installation, no tools needed. Many options now come with strong adhesive backing, so there's no need to drill or damage. Walls, perfect for renters or anyone who wants quick setup. You can find strips and hooks at most hardware or home stores, usually under $10. Make sure the surface is clean and dry before sticking anything on. Give it a few hours to fully adhere before hanging heavier items. Make it work for you. Think vertical. Unused wall space becomes valuable when you're short on room. Whether it's above the sink, beside the fridge, or next to your desk, if you can reach it, you can use it. Keep it visible. One of the best things about this method is that nothing is hidden. You'll always know where things are, which saves time and reduces frustration. Customize it. You don't have to stick with just magnets. Add small baskets or containers with hooks to hold non-metal items like pens, sunglasses, or notepads. As we get older, bending, stretching, or searching for small items can become tiring or even dangerous. Magnetic strips and hooks take that out of the equation. They bring important items up to eye level and within easy reach. There's no need to dig through drawers, climb a step stool, or kneel on the floor. And because everything has a home, it makes tidying up easier, too. That drawer you used to avoid, now it can stay empty or be used for something else entirely. It's about function and peace of mind. You don't have to remember where you last left the scissors or the flashlight. You'll know right where to look every time. The biggest surprise wasn't just how organized I felt, it was how calm I felt. That little drawer that used to make me sigh every time I opened it, gone. Replaced by a neat, visible system that felt good to use. I even started showing it off to friends who came over. It reminded me, sometimes the best solutions aren't big shelves or major overhauls. They're simple, thoughtful changes that work with your habits, not against them. And the result? Less stress. Fewer, where did I put that? Moments. More ease in my day. If there's one little corner of your home driving you crazy, like a drawer, a messy shelf, or a constantly misplaced item, consider going vertical. A magnetic strip or a few stick-on hooks might be all you need to clear the clutter, reclaim your space, and make life a little smoother. Coming up next, let's wrap it all up with the final reveal and talk about how small upgrades like these can make your whole home feel new again. Because you don't need more space, just smarter ways to use the space you already have. After my arthritis flared up last winter, I realized something simple. Reaching into deep cabinets wasn't just frustrating, it was risky. Twisting, bending, or digging for things made my joints ache, and I started avoiding certain tasks altogether. That's when I knew I didn't need a bigger house. I needed smarter storage. With a few simple changes, like adding a lazy Susan, using rolling carts, and switching to wall hooks, I created a space that works with me, not against me. These small upgrades made everyday routines easier, safer, and surprisingly more peaceful. I felt more independent almost overnight. And the best part? No heavy lifting, no tools, and no expensive renovations. Just thoughtful tweaks that brought freedom back into my home. Now, every corner of my home works for me, not against me. I'm no longer wasting energy digging through cluttered drawers or reaching into awkward spaces. Everything has a place, and everything is easy to find. That constant background stress, the feeling of being overwhelmed by mess or disorganization, is gone. It's lighter, calmer, and more peaceful. And best of all, I can finally enjoy my space again. Whether it's making tea, getting dressed, or just sitting down with a book, everything feels smoother and more in flow. These small storage changes didn't just tidy up my home. They gave me back comfort, confidence, and the joy of living in a space that truly supports me. What's the most frustrating space in your home? Drop it in the comments. I just might show how to fix it next. Whether it's a cluttered closet, a messy drawer, or that one shelf you avoid, you're not alone. And if even one of these tips made your day a little easier, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Simplify After 60, where we make life lighter, calmer, and more manageable, one smart change at a time.